welcome to my first episode. Today I will figure out if King Kong, the king of all monsters, can match the hero might of the Hero Association. But first, let me set up the rules. I will be mainly looking at the movie versions of iconic monsters that walk across the big screen. Then I will rank how powerful the monsters are with One Punch Man disaster level system, wolves being the weakest up to the most powerful god level monsters. Finally, I use the composition of the entire movie, from the weakest version to the strongest. With that out of the way, let's start the rampage through the city. The jungles of Skull Island during 1933. There was a giant monster at a height of 50 feet and a weight of around 35 tons. Worship as a god on the island. How will he stack up to the heroes? With his height and weight, he would easily pass the wolf tiers of threat since many of those monsters are very weak. The next level is the tiger tier, where it poses a threat to large numbers of people. King Kong is able to snap the chrome steel chains to bend the metal doors with the strength of 0.13 tons worth of TNT, enough to destroy an entire house by himself, meaning that not even a group of C-class heroes like Battery Man, Tank Top Tiger, or even Moomin Rider couldn't stack against the eighth wonder of the world. So what about B-class heroes? As King Kong mashes many of the buildings, he would easily defeat many of the B-class heroes, mainly because many of the heroes have a preference to fight up close, like Darkness Blade or Eyelashes. But don't fear, citizens. There are heroes from B-class who are able to take down the giant ape. Called the Blizzard of Hell, Fubuki will be the one to end the terror. With her psychic powers, she would be able to create a tornado as it launched rocks toward King Kong, and Fubuki would have the power to destroy large mountains or at least 1 gigaton of TNT. Seeing that bullets were able to take down King Kong, a few rocks flying at him would make him into a Swiss cheese. Even some of the other heroes could match against him if they had long-range attacks like Wild Horn or Smell Master chemicals to paralyze King Kong, meaning the end for the giant ape. The same is true for Paramount and Universal King Kong since they're on equal levels when it comes to powers. But it's not over. The next Kong into the scene is none other than the one who fought against Godzilla during 1962, and this one has the power to control electricity by absorbing it from lighting or power line. And with the battle taking place in the city, it will have huge options to choose from, especially with the final fight against Godzilla that caused a huge earthquake. Being comparable to a magnitude 5 earthquake, he would deal with 234 teratons, or the power to destroy a large country. Considering that when facing against Godzilla, who dodges King Ghidorah, gravity beams with speed of light mean that the mighty Kong would be able to tank the damage, avoid many of the attacks from Fubuki, and continue the destruction. Can the A-tier heroes stop Kong? While the A-tier heroes are known for fighting against monsters, there is none who can match Kong's might since many of them use close combat to attack attacks that can't pass through the defense. Not even Sweet Mask has the power to destroy mountains, but it can't compete with King Kong, who is able to shake the entire Japan archipelago, meaning that King Kong has reached the demon tier and the toughest heroes must stop him before the entire city is destroyed. For the heroes that King Kong will stomp is will be prisoner for being a close combatant to not be able to absorb all the damage with vibration angle, especially with the fight with Sea King. Pig God being too small to eat King Kong, Top Master too small and not powerful enough, Zombie Man being able to regenerate will not help him in the fight, Drive Knight will try to collect information on King Kong will relay information that King Kong is absorbing electricity, meaning the Hero Association will shut down the power lines stopping King Kong from getting stronger, but Drive Knight will stay at the distance with his power not compared to King Kong. Child Emperor's Brave Giant will be quickly depleted before stopping King Kong High Endurance since King Kong have fought against Godzilla to cause that earthquake, Metal Bat being also being not strong enough, Watchdog Man with little feats to compare to King Kong, Super Alloy Darkshine will become King Kong next defeated opponent when he is more of a close combatant, crushing Metal Knight even with his army, and not even Atomic Slice can slice through King Defense, and there was Silver Fang still not able to stand against the deadly threat. Now is the time to get even more serious about the threat. The hero I'm talking about is Geno's Psycho's the demon cyborg, a hero with cybernetic parts that allow him to use his long-range attacks, mainly his flame attacks, to deal damage while saving him from much of the attacks that King Kong is throwing at him. But the question is, will he be strong enough to stop King Kong? So in the series, he is able to unlock the last resort to drastically increase power to briefly match against fused Psychos who can slice the Earth crust, or 616 teratons, twice the amount that King Kong did during the fight with Godzilla in 1962. Meaning that if Genos keeps his distance for the perfect time to strike, especially with his speed and firepower, he can land a deadly blow to the face, ending the battle. But it is now time for the strongest Kong of them all. And that is Monster vs. King Kong with his battle axe. We're talking about King Kong, who fought against Godzilla and was able to open a tunnel to the hollow earth that can reach up to 611 zetatons of TNT. That is enough to destroy a planet. If Kong uses his wits on the battlefield, the battle axe to absorb attacks, and his mobility in the city, it is a clear case that Kong would be able to last long enough that Genos' last resort would run out of juice. Next up is Flashy. Flash is known for his speed, however, speed alone can't defeat the king of monsters, who can tank attacks that can destroy entire planet. And then there was a tornado of terror jumping out of the plane to deal with the new threat. While she was never shown in the series to affect the entire planet, or at least until the future series, I believed that she would be the one to end the destruction. The reasoning is that she was able to match against the fusion of Psychos while also in her weakened state when Psychos lifted a huge part of the Earth crust, used her speed with flight to keep a distance, and finally used her telekinesis powers to lift King Kong and flung him into outer space with ease, especially when she was able to lift the entire Monster Association to the surface. Meaning that in the One Punch Man universe, King Kong is at best a demon-level threat, but leave a comment below on what you think and have a good day.